tried to get the cat, but he is not happy with me. There's nothing I can do. I'm just going to move the microphone so you can hear me. Hello! Hello, David. Welcome back. It's our Thursday night quiz. I've already done one quiz tonight on Quizendo. It's, I wasn't going to have a beer, and then I heard my housemate shout, "Does anyone want a beer?" And we've got Franzinger Weissbier. I don't know what that is, but let's find out if it's nice or not. I may have, I was naughty and had too many beers on Tuesday when I was hosting a D&D game. I got overexcited. Let's just get the questions up ready for everyone. Hello everyone, if it's your first time watching. Should be nice if it is. I think there's mostly people who know us now, but just in case, my name is Simon. I run Treehouse Quizzes, and we are running quizzes online during the lockdown. Yeah, it's been we've reduced the number that we've been hosting, just because I'm sure you'll all agree. I think everyone kind of hit that point where like online quizzes and Zoom calls, everyone that was very novel at first, wasn't it? And everyone was doing lots of them. And we very much noticed our number of quiz players has just been doing that gradually, and the number of Zoom calls that you take part in has been doing that throughout the lockdown. I think everyone is just watching Netflix. Obviously last week and the last couple of weeks it's been lovely weather as well, which definitely doesn't help for indoor activities. But as always, I do ask that everyone who plays the quiz, as long as it's not going to bankrupt you, if you can pay your £2 a player through that link I've just put in the chat. Thanks, Dad. You're not biased at all there. Pop your £2 a player through that link there. We do appreciate it. As I say, the numbers are dropping. I've still got to pay rent, and there's not really any other way. I've started charging for D&D. How sad is that? It's right. It's for a specific group that are playing D&D and wanted to pay for me to run an extra game. That's nice, but again, it's not hugely paying the bill. So if you can play your £2 a player, it really does help out, and means we keep things ticking over. Like the COVID graph. Yes, Dad, well, that's more kind of doing this at the moment, isn't it? And probably going to do that in a couple of weeks. We'll see. I think, yeah, let's not going to get too into that. I was going to say some things, but I'm not going to say some things. That'd be terrible. Let's see what this beer's like. Oh, it's not really my thing at all, but I'll drink it. Ugh, no, I'm not a fan of that. Oh dear. All right. So to play along with the quiz, those of you watching, I'm going to ask you 30 questions, split into two halves. After question 15, I'll give you the answers to the first half. You just need a pen and paper to play along. Please don't put your answers in the chat. Please don't Google, because there's no point Googling, because you're not really playing against anyone else. You're just playing yourself for fun. We do ask you to put your scores in the chat as we go, just to see how people are doing. But it is purely for fun, so no cheating. And we might as well get going. Let's have another sip of this strangeness. Oh no, not enjoying that. I will get to the end of it by the end of the quiz. That's the aim. For those who don't know, part of the reason we've been doing less on YouTube and on Zoom is because of the drop in numbers. We did get approached 2 weeks ago by a website called Quizendo. Where is Callum? Well, I don't know where Callum is. I said, does he want to? I think he's been busy. I don't know. I'd be guessing. Message him, find out where he is, because he's not replied to my WhatsApps. No, he's all right. I've seen he's been ranting on Facebook. I know that, so he's okay. But I asked if he wanted a couple of weeks off from the quizzes, and then I put a shout out if anyone wanted to host any themed ones this week, and he wasn't up for it. Maybe he can come back next Thursday. Let me have Thursday evening off. Where was I? What was I saying? Yes, I'm running quizzes on Quizando. It's a really good, fun platform. quizando.com/Treehouse Quizzes. I'll put it in the link. It is pay-to-play quizzes. Obviously, technically these are pay-to-play, but if you can't afford, no worries. But the Quizando quizzes are... I don't know why he doesn't love us anymore. I hope he comes back, because he's our regular host at the 10 Bells down near Liverpool Street, and they love him there, and he's been doing it for years, so he needs to come back, because otherwise I've got to replace him, and he's not easily replaceable. Yeah, these Quizando quizzes are good fun. There's a link in there. Have a little look at it. I highly recommend it. If you like kind of online games, but you want to kind of up the stakes a bit and actually be able to win some money, check them out. They're really good. We've been hosting regularly at 7 in the evening. We do it at just a half-hour slot. And next one is on Saturday night, general knowledge, and then we're going to do Monday to Friday next week, every night, 7 o'clock on Quizando. Each quiz is only about it's about £1.50 to play, and you can win up to, well, it's kind of limitless how much you can win depending on how many players, but the maximum I've seen someone win so far is €35, which is real good. All right, let's do some questions. I'm babbling, as always. Question number 1 is purely general knowledge this week, and starting very easy. Question number 1, in the nursery rhyme Jack and Jill, what did Jack break? He fell down the hill and broke something. What was it? Give us a shout out in the chat if you're playing. It's nice to know who's knocking around. Obviously we start seeing the same names and profile pictures. Good to have David back. You've been one of our most reliable, Dave. I think it's just because you miss me, and you can't see my face, and we can't play computer games at yours and watch the F1. That's coming back, isn't it? That's good. I miss sport. It's weird. Question 2. Let's carry on. I'm in a real easily distracted mood today. Number 2. How many sides does a dodecahedron have? How many sides does a dodecahedron have? Dodecahedron. We're lucky enough to live with lots of people. 16 altogether. And tomorrow night, someone's moving out, unfortunately, on Monday. They're moving back to Scotland because they can't afford to stay, as is the case for a lot of people at the moment. And but he's a filmmaker, and so we're doing a Oscars style ceremony with awards and film showings, all very silly. So that's our Friday night. What are you lot doing? And question 3. Question 3. Which chemical element has the symbol Ti? Which chemical element has the symbol Ti? I just realised, Lucy, should I be offended you coming to me like, where's Callum? Is that saying, I wanted Callum, why are you here? Or were you just inquiring? Number 4. Question number 4. Which of the following is not a film adaptation based on a book by Stephen King? So which of these is not a film based on a book by Stephen King? A, The Shining, B, Gerald's Game, C, Horns, or D, Stand By Me? You miss his face, Lucy. Fair enough. Hello, Uncle Mark. Welcome back. And Auntie Ros, I assume she's there. I assume you haven't locked her out the house. So number 4 again. Which of the following is not a film based on a book by Stephen King? So they're all films, but one of these is not based on a Stephen King book. Is it A, The Shining, B, Gerald's Game, C, Horns, or D, Stand By Me? Just going to take a picture of this conversation here, Lucy, and send it to Callum. Actually, I did ask him to host the music quiz this Saturday. But he hosts a quiz for his family every Saturday night. It's nice of him, isn't it? I shouldn't have said that out loud. My mum's watching. She'll be like, oh no, you've got to do quizzes for us now every Saturday. Question 5. I'm going to flash a picture on the screen for you. Here it is. Name the artist who released that album. Question 5. Name the artist who released this album. Lucy, Callum said, "You're such a sweetheart." Alright, I'm going to stop acting as a weird go-between now. He's saying ask her how Pip is. Just ask her yourself. What is happening here? Alright, question number 6. Which act released the 1979 hit Rapper's Delight? What was the name of the act that released the 1979 hit Rapper's Delight? Okay. Number 7. Which duo had an autobiography called Ooh, What a Lovely Pair? That's which duo had an autobiography called Ooh, What a Lovely Pair? This beer is not for me. It's very cloudy as well. Yeah, sadly the sun's gone. I don't know where everyone watching is based, but the last week and a half has been beautiful. Which is, as I said, the quiz numbers did drop because of that, because everyone was out in their gardens till about 10 at night. Number 8. What type of animal plays bass for the Red Hot Chili Peppers? What type of animal plays bass for the Red Hot Chili Peppers? My hero, or one of, taught me everything I knew, kind of, and a few other bands, but basically learned bass by playing his tracks beginning to end, my albums beginning to end. Annoyed my parents with it. Actually saying that, only once did Mum ever come up and tell me to turn it down, which was very nice of you. Number 9. The character Alan Partridge is from which English city? That's Alan Partridge is from which English city? Aha. I get compared to him all the time and I don't think it's a compliment. Especially when I'm like quiz hosting in the pubs and I've had a couple of beers and yeah, I think it's the best comparison I've ever had. Someone sent us £10. That's a lot to send us. Thank you for whoever that was. That'll cover you for a few quizzes, hopefully. We've got a music quiz this Saturday, by the way, everyone. We always have a music quiz at 8 o'clock on a Saturday evening, partly because it turns into a bit of a music jam, kind of playing some tunes. I did like an hour DJ set before Saturday just gone, and a little bit after normally. This week, I'm having a break, but you have Paul from my band, Brutaligators. He will be taking over. I had a chat with him over Zoom today. The quiz is written. Sounds very nicely aimed. Last week was too hard, apparently. That was my fault and my co-host's fault. But I'm going to put an anagram up on the screen for you. By the way, this anagram, this is question 10. It's the name of a TV programme. This is question 10. Solve the anagram, name TV show. Yep. Wednesday. Wednesday? What day is it? It's Thursday. Saturday night is our music quiz at 8 o'clock. It is on Zoom, not on this channel. So you need to pop onto our Facebook page to get the link. There will be a bit of DJing before from Paul. He's going to spin some tunes, as they like to say. And then there'll be a music quiz. It'll last about an hour. Similar format to this, in that you just write down the answers, put your scores in the chat as you go. And then he'll spin some tunes after as well. He's got good taste in music, good knowledge of music. But he's told me his questions today, and they're not too hard. It's not a repeat of last week. So I'd get involved with that. Tell your friends. It's a nice, easy bit of entertainment. Jump on Zoom with your mates. Wait, you can't do that. You're on Zoom with us. Jump on WhatsApp chat with your mates, and then you can all play along together. Number 11. Superman has a large symbol on his chest. I'm sure you all know it. It is the Kryptonian symbol for what? This is multiple choice. Is it A, strength, B, honour, C, hope, or D, love? So that Superman has a large symbol on his chest. It is the Kryptonian symbol for A, strength, B, honour, C, hope, or D, love. That keeps taking me by surprise every time I take a sip of this beer. Why do people drink this? Some drinks. This is a nightmare. I regret this whole decision. I appreciate my housemate for sharing, but... Right. Everyone got the anagram written down? It's going. Question number 12. Good fact this. Only one musical has won the Oscar for Best Picture during the 21st century. It happened in 2002. What was the musical? So it's only one musical has won the Oscar for Best Picture during the 21st century. Back in 2002, what was the musical? Okay. Oh, yep. Question 13. Which player holds the record for winning the most darts championships? That's which player holds the record for winning the most darts championships? And number 14. 14's worth 2 points. Which two teams use the Ricoh Arena in Coventry as their home stadium? So that's which two teams use the Ricoh Arena in Coventry as their home stadium? I was about to say someone here lives in Coventry, but they don't. That was on the Quizando quiz that I was just hosting. Someone was playing from Coventry. They would probably know the answer to this. So you need to name two teams that use the Ricoh Arena in Coventry as their home stadium. I need a haircut. I was doing like Beatles bowl cut earlier today. I don't know if this is a look I should stick with. Not at all, I don't think. Okay, one more question for this half and then we'll go through the answers. Question number 15 is name that character. Name this character. From a Disney film. That's all I'll tell you. What is his name? Right, if you need any of the first 15 questions repeated, please put in the chat now. Thank you for your quiz money, David. It's too much quiz money. Thank you, though. It's not a look for me, I know. Thanks. Alright. I'll give it one more minute. I don't know how delayed the feed is today. Let's find out. I always do it by going 1, 2. Got about 10 seconds behind. That's all good. No one's asked for a repeat question, so I'm going to tell you the answers. It is 1 point per question unless I say otherwise, as always. So, the answers. Question number 1. In the nursery rhyme, Jack and Jill, what did Jack break? He fell down the hill and broke his crown. His crown. And Jill came tumbling after. Number 2, how many sides does a dodecahedron have? It is 12. 12. And number 3, which chemical element has the symbol Ti? The answer is titanium. Number 4, which one of the films I listed was not based on a book by Stephen King? Obviously The Shining was, Jared's Game was, Stand By Me was by Stephen King, short story, and Horns was the odd one out there. Horns was written by Stephen King's son, whose name has fallen out of my head. Let's call him Wayne. No, it's not. Joe King? No. I wouldn't have called him Joe King. It's a terrible name. Anyway, Horns was a book written by Stephen King's son. Number 5 was, whose album is this? This was the debut album by Dizzy Rascal. Dizzy Rascal for the point. Number 6, which act released the 1979 hit Rapper's Delight? I said a hip hop, hip in, a hop in, a hip hop, and you don't stop, and that's all I know. Sugar Hill Gang. Sugar Hill Gang was the point. Number 7, which duo had an autobiography titled Ooh, What a Lovely Pair? It was Ant and Dec. Those rascals. Number 8, which animal plays bass for the Red Hot Chili Peppers? The answer was, of course, Flea, one of the greatest bassists on the planet. Number 9, Alan Partridge is from, I hope my auntie and uncle got this, Norwich. Number 10, the anagram. The solution to this anagram was Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Number 11, Superman's symbol on his chest. It is the Kryptonian symbol for, the answer was C, hope. Symbol for hope. Number 12, only one musical has won the Oscar for Best Picture during the 21st century. It was Chicago. Chicago for the point. Number 13, which player holds the record for winning the most darts championships? It was Phil the Power Taylor. Phil Taylor. Number 14, which 2 sports teams use the Ricoh Arena in Coventry as their home stadium? Apparently it's a lovely arena. I've not had the pleasure of going there yet, but the football-wise, it is Coventry City. And I do want you to have written Coventry City, not just Coventry, because that would be an easy guess, wouldn't it? Coventry City Football Club for a point, and for another point they share it with rugby union team Wasps. Number 15, this fellow from Pinocchio. His name is Geppetto. Geppetto's the point. All right. Pop your scores into the chat, please. Let us know how you've done for the first half. I'll give you a minute or so if you need to run to the bathroom or run and grab another beer. Don't get one of these ones, they're rubbish. You've got time to do that. It's not even growing on me. This is, no, what a nightmare. Okay. 9 for the Lees and Lunnies. 9 for David Barker. Christy Foster, 14 out of 16. That's a good score. Alona McKee, 13. Solid score as well. Good work. 10 for Jez. These are names I don't recognise. Hello, welcome to Treehouse Quizzes. Nice, cool. So there's some decent scores there. If you got over 10, you're doing well. And there's well, yeah. Old Christy. I keep wanting to call you Kirsty, but it definitely says Christy. 14. Ellen Dunstan got 13. Nice. Alright, I'll give you a minute or so and then we'll get on with the second half. For those who haven't had a chance yet, we've got a link to our payment page. We do really appreciate, as you would in the pub, you pop £1 or £2 in the pot. It's great if £1's fine. You do take a bit off of us, so £1.50 or £2, whatever you can afford. If you are skint, please don't worry. That's the situation we're in up here, so obviously it's nice that the government sends us that self-employed support, but how long that'll last we don't know. So it does. It is appreciated, and it also means I can send a little bit my host's ways as well. So Paul on Saturday, I think he said whatever he earns, he's probably going to donate it to charity on Saturday's music quiz. So that's very kind of him. I am obliged to do the same for my share of Saturday's quiz as well. So Saturday has turned into a charity quiz. I don't know which charity he's going to choose yet. And if you haven't checked it out yet, check out quizando.com/Treehouse Quizzes. It's a really fun quiz game site. We are one of the regular hosts on there now. 7 p.m. is generally our slot. We've got Saturday and then Monday onwards next week. We're doing it every night. You do have to pay to play on there. You've got to put money into a wallet, buy tokens and all that. But really good system. My dad played it earlier. He was like, this is great fun. He loved it. So highly recommend giving that a little look. Join us on Saturday night at 7 o'clock for the bit of a general knowledge quiz on there. And as I say, we've had today, it was €32 in the pot, and it was split between 8 people, so not a big prize. But on Tuesday, there was €30 in the pot, and there were 2 people who won it. So it's quite fun to play for half an hour, and actually might be able to win some money. And the final plug, if you've got anyone, I think these are going a bit out of fashion. We were very busy with these at the beginning of the lockdown. Not so much at the moment, but if you do have anyone whose birthday it is, or if you need to run a corporate quiz or corporate event, you need a presenter or quiz host, just drop us an email, simon@treehousequizzes.co.uk, and we can help you out with that. All right, let's do the second half. Number 16. What is the traditional casing for haggis? What is the casing traditionally used to make haggis? Number 17. For half a point each, what are the so-called Big Four fashion capitals of the world? What are the so-called Big Four fashion capitals of the world? Thank you, Alex Ferguson, for your quiz payment. Much appreciated. I'm not going to make the joke, I promise. Number 18. Which classic English writer gave us the word Butterfingers? Which classic English writer gave us the word Butterfingers? David has walked to them all. I assume he's talking of the Big Four fashion capitals of the world. I think that's a song lyric, isn't it? Oh wait, no, he's saying that he's walked the catwalk. It took me a while there. You and my dad should hang out more. So 18 was which classic English writer gave us the word Butterfingers? Number 19. The trilogy that includes A Fistful of Dollars, For a Few Dollars More, and The Good, the Bad and the Ugly is known as the what trilogy? So that's the trilogy that includes A Fistful of Dollars, A Few Dollars More, and The Good, the Bad and the Ugly is known as the what trilogy? Okay. So question number 20 is this lady here. Name the singer. Question 20. Name the singer. Okay. Number 21 is worth 2 points. The two fastest 100 metres ever run were run by men from which 2 countries? So the 2 fastest 100 metres ever run were run by men from which 2 countries? 1 point for each one. Number 22. A question from my mum. Who wrote the novel Little Women? Who wrote the novel Little Women? Oh, I went for a 5k run today and to be blunt, my bum hurts for some reason. I don't know why. On my legs. My legs a bit stiff. Oh, painful one. Numb up the left side. That was a very obscure Tomb Raider quote from the Tomb Raider film starring Angelina Jolie. Dad says, thank you, slam dunk. Well, I would like to think so with the Little Women question. Number 23. Yes, glutes. Yes, my glutes hurt. I know what glutes are, Dad. Number 23. In what year did the following events happen? So I'm going to give you... David needs 20 and 21 repeated. I'll repeat them for a second in you, Dave. 23. In what year did the following events happen? The event. So 3 events. Sylvia Plath committed suicide. The Beatles released their first album, and John F. Kennedy gave his Ich bin ein Berliner speech. So in what year did those 3 events happen? Just 1 year. Sylvia Plath committed suicide, the Beatles released their first album, and John F. Kennedy gave his Ich bin ein Berliner speech. I am a donut, according to Eddie Izzard. Apparently it doesn't translate as that. David, question 20 was picture 4, name the singer. Ellen says, might be your piriformis. Why not? It might be. We don't know, do we? We're just guessing here. 20 was picture 4, name the singer. Here it is. And number 21 was the 2 fastest 100 metres ever run were run by men from which 2 countries? Okay. 7 questions to go. Number 24. Which artist produced the work Campbell's Soup Cans? Which artist produced the work Campbell's Soup Cans? The good thing about the 5k, I beat my time that I was aiming for, so that was good. Hadn't gone for a week. I've been trying to do at least 2 a week. But, yeah. And also, my girlfriend and the gang are doing something called freeletics. I don't recommend it. It's hell. Don't be taken in. There's very toned people doing exercises on the adverts on Instagram and Facebook, and it's just a nightmare. It just, horrible. Don't do it. Number 25. 25, I'm going to give you 2 points for this one. Name this sea, or inlet, whatever you'd like to call it. It has 2 names that it's referred to by. So obviously there's some landmarks here that are going to give you a good Barnstable. I've been on holiday there, Ilfracombe. Used to go there a lot. Nice place. You've got Cardiff north of it and Newport. Less nice. No, Cardiff. No, I can't even lie. They're both terrible. I've been to both. Weston's all right. Got a nice pier. And my favourite, Bristol. I'm just naming things that are on this map now. What's the name of that sea? It's got 2 names. I'll give you 1 point for each one you can name. 26. Number 26. Which writer's real name was Mary Ann Evans? So it's a famous writer whose real name was Mary Ann Evans. What was their pen name? Why am I grumpy? Stop bad-mouthing things. You hate Cardiff. Did you just come on to tell me? Did you like your spider sense go off that I was being grumpy on the internet? Oh my word, David. Oh, okay. I'm going to repeat all of those at the end for you, and you're not getting long. 27. Which Formula One team has had the most Constructors' Championships? Which Formula One team has won the most Constructors' Championships? How do you hate Cardiff? Right, maybe you don't hate Cardiff. I just assumed no one liked Cardiff except the people who live there. I don't know what am I doing? It's alright, I quite like Cardiff. The stadium's great. Number 28. What country is Brahma beer from? That's what country is Brahma beer from? Alright. Couple of good ones to finish. Number 29. Name, for half a point each, the 4 hosts of the television series Family Fortunes. So there have been 4 hosts of Family Fortunes. We're not including Vernon Kay. Vernon Kay hosted All-Star Family Fortunes, so that doesn't count. And so there have been 4 people who've hosted Family Fortunes. Who are they? You get half a point for each one. While people are chatting about that, we'll repeat some questions for David. Number 20 was Who's This Singer? Number 21, there have been, well, the 2 fastest 100 metres ever run were run by men from which 2 countries? You get 1 point for each country. That's number 21. '23. In what year did the following events happen? Sylvia Plath committed suicide, the Beatles released their first album, and John F. Kennedy gave his Ich bin ein Berliner speech. 24. Which artist produced the work Campbell's Soup Cans? For Iona. 27. Which Formula One team has won the most Constructors' Championships? Number 28. Which country is Brahma beer from? And speaking of countries, question 30 is name this country here. So it's the big red one. The blue is sea, the white is other countries. So the big red silhouette there, name the country. Not sure what that white blob in the middle of it is. Let's just check. This is pure curiosity, actually. Oh, that white blob should be sea coloured as well. Okay, so the big red silhouette. Name that country for question 30. If you need anything else repeated, please put it in the chat. And the answers will be coming your way in a minute. So as always, one last shout out for where you can follow us. If you aren't following us on Facebook, which I'm sure many of you are, just type in Treehouse Quizzes into Facebook, please give us a follow. You've also got that Quizando game that I keep mentioning. Here's the link for that one more time. I'd recommend it. It's free to sign up, so maybe go and have a sign up. Create an account. There's free quizzes you can play on there, so you can get an idea of the vibe. And then we host regular ones at 7 PM most evenings. Saturday's the next one, and then every night next week. And the final thing is we do ask these free quizzes on the YouTube and through Zoom. If you can pay £1 or £2 per player, we really appreciate it. Ko-fi.com/Treehouse Quizzes. I think most people have paid already tonight, which is very kind of you. Really do appreciate it. Please don't pay too much, like some of you already have this evening. I'm going to message you and tell you off if I have your number. You know who you are. And but thank you, we very much appreciate it. It keeps me and the host ticking over. Don't know when the pubs are opening. Simple as that. So we're trying to keep ourselves busy and do productive things. All right, let's go through some answers then for the second half. So number 15 was this fellow. No, it wasn't. 15 already did. 16 was what is traditionally used as the casing for haggis. It is sheep's stomach. Sheep's stomach is traditionally used. Number 17, the 4 big fashion capitals of the world. Half a point each, I said. It is London, Paris, New York and Milan. Half a point for each one. London, Paris, New York and Milan. Number 18. Which classic English writer gave us the word butterfingers? It's a word no one ever says anymore, and they should. All butterfingers. It was Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens for the point. Number 19. The trilogy that includes A Fistful of Dollars, For a Few Dollars More, and The Good, the Bad and the Ugly is known as... I will accept one of 3 things. You probably put the Dollars trilogy. That will get you a point. Or if you put the Man with No Name trilogy or the Blood Money trilogy, you can have a point as well. It's known as any of those. Number 20. This lady is Alicia Dixon. Alicia Dixon. Number 21. The 2 fastest 100 metres ever run were by men from which 2 countries? So the fastest, the world record, is Usain Bolt from Jamaica. And the second fastest is Tyson Gay, who is from the United States. So Jamaica and the United States for a point each. 2-point question, that one. Who wrote Little Women? It was Louisa May Alcott. Louisa May Alcott. And number 23 was the year Sylvia Plath's death. Beatles released their first album and John F. Kennedy gave his Ich bin ein Berliner speech. It was 1963. Number 24. Which artist produced the work Campbell's Soup Cans? It was Andy Warhol. Andy Warhol for the point there. Number 25 was picture number 5. The sea. This one has 2 names, 1 point each. It is known as the Bristol Channel, is the English name for it, and the Welsh and the Cornish call it the Severn Sea. So the Bristol Channel and the Severn Sea, point each. Number 26, Mary Ann Evans, her pen name was George Eliot. George Eliot. Number 27, which Formula 1 team has won the most Constructors' Championships? The answer is Ferrari. Number 28, which country is Brahma beer from? It's from Brazil. And number 29, the 4 hosts of Family Fortunes, half a point each. There's a couple you probably got and a couple you may not have. Those ones are the more niche knowledge. So the more famous ones are, of course, Bob Monkhouse for half a point and Les Dennis for half a point. Max Bygreaves and Andy Collins were the lesser known ones. So half a point for each one. Bob Monkhouse, sorry, just punched the microphone. Bob Monkhouse, Les Dennis, Max Bygreaves and Andy Collins. And the final one, question 30. Name the country. That is the outline of Turkey. Turkey. All right. Pop your final scores in the chat, please. Let us know how you've done. I won't promote everything again, but just if you want to follow what we do, Facebook or Instagram, you'll find us. type in Treehouse Quizzes. Give us a follow. It's always nice to see people. I got to the end. By the end, it was drinkable. $23 from the Lee and Lunnies, the clan. They say good for them. It was out of 33, I think. It's not too bad. Just dropped 10 points there. 18 for Dave and Naomi. Not too bad for two of you. What else we got coming in? $26 from Ilona. Jez got 20.5, not bad. 26 seems to be the lead at the moment. 27 from Christy. Just pipping you to the post there. Oh, what have I done here? Almost navigated away from the page there. That would have been a nightmare. Right, not really. Just finished the quiz. Just would have been a bit abrupt ending. All right. Lovely. Well, thank you very much for playing, everyone. There's 4 of you, says Christy. Very honest of you. You should have taken credit for yourself. You've just been, I'm on my own. I'm just a genius. Thank you for playing, everyone. Do tune in Saturday night. 18 from Team Pip. Good work, Lucy and Pip. Do tune in Saturday night. We've got the general knowledge quiz on Quizando and then the music quiz at 8 o'clock, hosted by Paul. Paul is terribly charming. Brilliant guitarist. I don't know how much guitar he'll be playing, but it looks to be a pretty good music quiz. So do tune in. Just head to the Facebook to get the link for that. Otherwise, hopefully I'll see many of you on Quizando next week. If not this slot next Thursday, I'll catch you then. I'm going to go and see what's going on. I'll see you later, everyone. Goodbye.